Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop Quick Tip. This is another Sunday creative edit, which means no rules, no restrictions. I'm just going to simply edit a photo how I see fit, and I'll take you along for the journey so you can watch it live, unrehearsed, and any mistakes or difficulties I have, you get to witness them and share them with me. So let's jump right in. I was going through some of my old photos here, and as some of you may not know, I used to be in the Air Force many decades ago, and so I've always had a love of aircraft. And this was taken from an air show. I can't even tell you what year it was taken. It was taken on film, so I don't have any digital data to go by. I look at the photo and I really like the capture. I like the way the planes were shot, but boy, did I mess up the background. I blew the sky, and I don't have any detail in the sky, and it actually ruins the photo in my opinion. So that's one of the things I'm going to be addressing. So I got it open here in Camera Raw, and I can see what auto does just as a starting point. It's not bad. I'm looking at the histogram. It's not great. Everything's pushed over to the right hard because of the blown out skies. Let me see if I can recover a little bit and open up the shadows a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. That's about all I'm going to do in Camera Raw, because I already know that I'm going to be replacing the sky. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. Okay, so again, good photo, but man, did I blow the sky. So I'm going to take the blame on that one. It was a sunny day, that's my defense. I was shooting on film. That's my second defense. Do you buy my excuses? I don't either, so. But that's okay. We're going to see if we're going to make this photo just a little bit better. And because it is a creative Sunday, there are no restrictions, there are no rules. I can do whatever creative process I feel like. And definitely going to do a sky replacement. I don't want to be too crazy with the sky, but let's see what happens here. Go up to edit and then sky replacement. And we'll let it churn here for a second. That's not bad. That's not bad. I like the stringy clouds. Let's try a couple other skies in here. Not a fan of that. Nope, not a fan of that either. And if you guys don't do this yet, you definitely should start building up a sky library. Okay? Every time you see an unusual or dramatic sky, always pull out your camera. It doesn't matter if it's the iPhone or whatever you got. Shoot skies and start collecting a library of them. I've been doing that for years because, sometimes things like that come up. This isn't too bad, but it still doesn't go. That's not too bad. Got some dramatic. I even have some spectacular skies and other things. I can really get creative on my sky replacements, but I don't want to put too much in the sky, and then these just have too much So I think I'm going to keep with the simple blue with just a little bit of faint clouds, So we'll go with that. Okay. So first things first, I noticed the sky replacement did not do too well on the canopy area. Okay. And so I'm going to pull this guy here back. So up in this canopy area, the glare and that, Photoshop did what it could. But we were missing pieces of the nose because of the glare, a little bit of the canopy. So we need to do some adjustments. One of the first things I see too is the sky and the subject. One was much brighter, and you could tell all the glare coming off the canopy and that it was a much brighter day than what this sky is depicting. So I'm going to go ahead and brighten up the sky. So I'm going to boost the brightness of the sky, okay, until I feel it matches the picture more, okay? That's very important, okay? So this is what we started with, and this is what we're winding up with, which is very good. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit the retouch brush up here, okay? This is so we can add or subtract from the selection of the sky. And you'll notice I have two buttons up here, a plus and a minus. And I can hold down the Alt key to switch between minus and that. And I can add or subtract from my selection. And on the canopy here, I'm subtracting. Okay, I'm going to subtract a little bit on the nose. Okay. And a little bit there. And before and after. Okay, it looks like I got all the aircraft back. And so, again, that looks really good. Increasing the brightness really did make a difference. So we'll hit OK. And let's take a look here. We zoom in at 100%. So that does look much, much, much better. We'll turn it off. You can see this is what we started with. And that's much, much better. I might even brighten it up a little more now that I look at it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the sky brightness that I did. Click on that. And I'm just going to boost up the brightness just a little bit more. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks more natural on the blending. Okay. And the other thing too is just a really cosmetic thing with me is I am looking at the detail of the aircraft, and that I'd like to put a little more contrast on it. So I'm going to jump down to the bottom background layer where we started, and I'm going to add a curves adjustment layer. So I'm going to open up a curves adjustment layer, and I'm just going to do an S curve. Okay, so I'm going to throw in a dot here and a dot there, and I'm going to just do a traditional S curve. Nothing too radical, okay? And now I'm going to just turn that on and off so we can see the difference that I made. Look at the lettering and the coloring on the aircraft, and you'll see okay? You see that I've added more contrast and punch to the photo, okay? Before and after, okay? I think that adds a nice touch to the photo. See that? Gives it a nice pop, brings out some nice detail, and really adds to the photo. And so I'm liking that. And I think this one is good. This one didn't require very much. Okay. And as you can tell, it didn't take much to make a big difference. All right. So if I go through the history here and I go on the open folder, this is what we came with and what we started with. And this is what we wound up with. I think it makes a big difference, and I'm very comfortable knowing that I replaced the sky because I didn't ruin the original story of the photo. It still maintained its original photo, and I didn't try to over-process and put an overly busy sky in so it doesn't distract away from the aircraft. So I'm going to call this one done. Okay, so it'll be a relatively quick Sunday edit, but there we go. So hopefully you enjoy this, and I'll see you later in the week. You guys take care.